Welcome to the Dennis and Judi Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you'll never miss a minute. New Jersey 101.5.
Bed Parks Casino and Sportsbook app, New Jersey. Chime time, 10:09. Dennis and Judi Show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
I'm Judy Franco. Good morning. Is it going to be like this all day?
All day till around 7, 8, 9 o'clock tonight, depending on where you live in New Jersey. This cold front is moving through along with a low pressure system that'll bring about a half inch to maybe a little bit more than an inch of rain to the coastal areas. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Yeah, all day into the evening.
And then when's it going to get warm?
Warm? It'll be warm over the holiday weekend. The Easter weekend should be warm. Temperatures near 60 in some parts of the state. Sunshine for most of the area. Saturday, a little more cloud cover, but Sunday, mostly sunny, and a mild Easter Sunday around 60 degrees.
Okay.
Tomorrow's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Starts to get nice tomorrow. 57, 58. Sunny. Sun will be out tomorrow. You hate why? You ask because you hate days like this?
No, I love it. It's beautiful.
Well, some people do. Some people are like, it's cozy. You're like the stay-in kind of guy. So I thought, maybe you like
I know. I mean, I don't mind, but it's just like, guess what? I don't mind a rainy day all day on a summer day. It's the cold. Rain is colder. Like I was out this morning running around going, you know what? Like I had some errands to do. I'm like, you know what? This would be pleasant. Yeah, the girl who doesn't leave her house, by the way, was out this morning.
You have errands to do? Don't you have an assistant that takes care? Like Bill Spadia has an assistant?
I need one. I tried to poach her from Bill Spadia, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. She wouldn't take $4 an hour, so I couldn't do it. No, he has a great assistant.
Sharon is great. I talked to her last
So
night.
I'm running around doing my errands and thinking this would
Will
be
she get a
cute.
cabinet position?
I do.
Will she be like
Day one,
secretary
we'll
of
find out.
communication? She'll be his communication director? Day one?
We'll find out day one. Anyway, I am running around thinking this would be so cute if I was like in my little summer raincoat that I love, that like I flop the hood over my head and I gently run around in the warm rain. I don't care.
Right.
But it was like the freaking ski jacket that was soggy and freezing and the fog on the window. And I was just like, get me out of here.
Do you use
You know what I mean?
Yes. Do you use the Town Square rain slicker that's got a fleece lining?
No, we have a Town Square fleece-lined
Right here.
rain slicker?
Yeah. I think
Get
yours
out of
might still
here.
be in the office, in Sammy the boss's office.
What? Where did you get that?
Christmas time. We all got one. It's got a hood.
I never got that.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of bags in his office that I think contain the jackets.
Sammy the boss?
Sammy
Let's
the
give him a
boss.
call. Let's give him a call.
He's not here today.
How does he like on-air phone calls? Oh, we could always call Brian Lang.
Well, Sammy.
Should I take this personally that I never got the raincoat?
Should we take it personally that you never friggin' come in?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, it's personal.
I should have brought it to you the other night.
I'd come in.
I thought you had one. Otherwise, I would have gotten you one the other night when I saw you.
I don't want one unless in the olden days, remember they used to give you that jacket and
When
your name was
on it.
embroidered?
Nobody's name is on it. But I'll get you. I'll check in Sammy the boss's office. There's 2 bags in there. It's never locked. Anyway, stop with the nonsense. Speaking of the rain, it creates a bad hair day. I was reading some statistics the other day about how much women pay for haircuts. And it's quite a lot, which, no surprise.
I'm not going to even tell you what I paid the last time I did my hair because you would plots.
I know. Well, I'm going to say $210.
Well, haircut? Because
That's why I
women
know.
don't just go for a cut. That's the thing. What was the last you spent when you went to a salon?
Okay.
1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number.
On your hair.
What?
That doesn't include a facial or your nail. I don't know if they do nails where they cut hair.
Yeah, they do. But my hair is a haircut and then sometimes a color and then sometimes a blowout. And then
That's
sometimes
all women, isn't it?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just say for a haircut. Because I don't even know how much
You ever
the
go
haircut
for a
is,
haircut?
because every time
You ever go for a never went for a haircut?
just a plain old haircut, no. No. Women don't do that. We go for color. We go for hair. Okay, so maybe sometimes. I don't know how much the haircut is. Probably the cut alone, maybe 75. And then the blowout is like 50. And then every time I walk out of there, it's a few $100s.
Wow. I get away with 25. I'm good. And that's high from what I'm used to.
I really feel like women today, the salon, I'll tell you what, I would love to walk out to find a place. I love the girl who does my hair. Love.
You all you people have a relationship with your, like, it's my girlfriend, it's my best friend. It's like you went to school with your sorority mates or whatever in college. You're like close. You tell her your deep, dark secrets. She comes over once in a while. You meet for coffee.
Okay, that doesn't happen. But maybe there are some people like that. All I can tell you is they need to start a new thing. Like when Payless Shoes opened and every shoe was like $15. Why don't they have a salon? And I know they have like supercuts, like every haircut's $30, whatever. Why don't they start a women's salon where everything is cheap? Why?
Well,
where you can walk out spending $90.
Cheryl in Raritan might be able to tell you where that is. She's Woman of the Year. Guess what she spends for a haircut? Marry this woman. She's single. Somebody should marry this woman. Cheryl, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Tell everybody what you spend on a haircut.
$20.
Oh, my God. Do you go to a barbershop or a regular? Yes.
No, I go to a barbershop. I have a really, really short haircut. And if I go to a salon, I'm paying upwards of $75, $80. So I go to a barber.
And do you get it colored or anything else done to? No.
No.
Are you gray?
Yes, I've been gray since I'm like 28.
And you look good with it.
People love it. They think I dye it this color.
Wow, look at you. Good for you. And are you married?
Yes.
Your husband must adore you.
I hope so.
Yeah, you're paying $20 for a haircut?
I haven't heard of that since 1978. A $20
That's when Cheryl started to go gray.
You have to find those hidden treasure barbershops.
Now, do other ladies avail themselves of this service at this place?
Yes.
How about that? What's it called?
Oh, I don't want to give it away, Dennis, but it's in Branchburg, New Jersey.
Okay.
Let me just tell you, it is the biggest scam in town. This guy just wrote into our app chat, Todd in Beechwood. My wife got her hair done 2 weeks ago. Highlights, cut, and blowout was $350. By the way, Todd, that's cheap.
Oh,
that's
my
cheap.
God.
He's going to complain about it.
never.
That's cheap.
Hang out. Cheryl, do you look good?
Oh, I hope so. I think I look average, so
That,
it
no,
doesn't look like Joe Matalot cut my hair. So
you sound adorable. All right, good luck. Thank you, Cheryl.
thank you. Have a great day.
You too. $20.
You know what I really want to do, Dennis? Go to a beauty school. They say if you go to beauty schools, like, those people go to dental schools.
I told you my
for
brother went to the dental school for his teeth.
It was you? I was trying to figure out who's told me this.
The whole family.
You can go to a beauty school and get your hair done for like half price.
Right.
And, I don't mind if they practice on me because the expert is standing right over them.
Right.
And it's hair. It's not like teeth.
The woman that cuts my hair is so good. Nobody can make it to get it like she gets it. It's so good. I would take a chance.
Listen to this.
In a pinch.
Student salon services in New Jersey. Barbering. Men's hair color, $18. Men's beard color, $8. I don't know what men would normally pay for anything like that.
Yeah.
Men's haircut, $9.
Where's that?
The Signature. Men's haircut.
At the beauty salon? At the beauty school?
At the school. Men's haircut, including men's hairstyle, neck shave, and hot towel, $13.
Is this a school in Arkansas or is this a school here in Jersey?
Innovate Salon Academy. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, they're probably in Indiana where nobody cares what they look like.
No, there's a bunch of them.
Oh?
Oh, you think it's like in Indiana?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I
think
went
it's
down
all
to the
over the
beauty
country.
school and got me a haircut. What do you think?
Hold on.
What do you think,
Shut up.
Lester? Oh, looks good.
Contact us. Let's see.
We're so snobby here in the East Coast. Wow, wait to hear what Linda in Punxsutawney pays, Judy.
Oh, God, I can't even.
All right.
Yeah, but they do it with a broken beer bottle in Punxsutawney. By the way, this is in New Jersey. They have one in Brick, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
South Plainfield, Brick, Ewing.
Oh, were they going right
You
here in
hear
town?
Ewing?
Yeah.
Stop there on your way home, Dennis. Ewing, I'll give you the phone number.
Well, I just
Guess
got a
what you
haircut,
get?
so next
Okay, but
couple
next.
weeks.
Hello, you know what you get?
Well, tell us what I get after the break because we got to go to the break. All right.
All right.
10:19, time for New Jersey Fest. Lovely. We're talking about women's haircuts, and the majority of women, that would be about 46% of females, pay between $30 and $60. I guess that would depend on where part of the country you're in. That's the majority. About 29% pay $15 to $30, and only 1.2% pay $150 to $200. Now that's just a haircut. I'm assuming just a haircut. When you get to,
I guarantee you. Yeah, I was just going to say most women can't even tell you what a haircut is,
right?
because most women don't just go for a haircut
But-
because they upsell you.
I
You
think
know?
we have a lot of women on the line here who do just go for it. Like our last caller, she just goes for a haircut. Denise is in Woodbridge.
It's crazy.
Hi, Denise.
Hi. Yesterday, a full head of highlights, haircut, $210. Plus, I gave a $50 tip to my stylist and a $5 tip to the wash girl, so it was a total of $265, and I have no regrets.
I love this attitude. How often do you go, Denise?
I'm going to say every 10 weeks, but it could go up to 16 weeks depending what's going on in my life.
Okay, 10
You know.
weeks. That's
But I'm going to say minimal four times a year.
beautiful. Now, before you went yesterday, were you looking haggard or?
No, you know what? Every time I go, I'm like, Katie, I just feel like I don't need my hair. It's highlights, so it doesn't. There's no definitive line. I've got a little gray. I'm natural blonde, so it just grows out
Right. You're
very
lucky.
naturally. And every time I go, I'm like, Katie, I feel like I don't need highlights. But when I get the highlights, I'm like, oh yeah, it brightens everything up. So she does a great job, and I would never go for a cheap haircut or highlights ever.
No, a true Jersey girl. All right, thank you, Denise. Appreciate the call to New
If
Jersey.
I could walk out spending $210, I'd be thrilled. Do you know what I spent last time I walked out of the salon?
$450.
$475.
What the?
So for the first time in my life, I gave a 10% tip.
Right, because you're like,
I can't.
You should have brought
And she-
JoJo and give him your fourth born child.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it anymore. That's why I am on the hunt to find a place where I could just walk in and walk out, haircut, highlights or whatever,
All right,
and I don't even need a blowout. $100.
I'll take your
$100.
I'm going to give you one of my days off. You take one of my days off, and you go to Punxsutawney and go to Linda's salon.
But all she gets is a haircut. She
But
doesn't-
if you want the full blowout or whatever you're talking about, probably get $100 in Punxsutawney, $50. All right,
Probably like $100. Linda,
tell us what you pay for just a simple haircut.
$12. I do tip, so it's probably like $20 by the time I'm done because I tip the girl. But I don't do I just do trim my ends and trim my bangs because I have really long hair. It's like past my butt, so I don't want my hair cut.
Wow.
And I don't need it styled, because I do it myself. And I just like my hair long. And then it's really dark, almost black colored. So I use henna to dye my hair myself at home because I don't like the chemical dunk in my hair.
Okay, so does it
so
look
wait.
natural?
You dye it at home, you said?
With henna.
Yeah, with henna. And I actually I must do a really good job because one of the ladies my age, and I'm a grandmother, I saw her at the town pool and she goes, "You are so lucky you never went gray." I just always kept it my natural color. And I'm like, "What, are you crazy?" It's I dye my hair at least once a month.
How much of it is gray?
I don't really know because when I get my roots, I dye them. So, I've just always kept it
Right.
my natural color.
$12. Did you end up looking like a groundhog out in Punxsutawney, or?
Well, you saw my picture. That's me. That's what I look like.
That's awesome. You look wonderful. All right, Linda.
I don't know, you be the judge. But I would not go to a beauty school. That's just scary.
All right, Linda,
I'm
thank you.
dying to do it.
Appreciate
dying
the call.
to do it.
To New Jersey 101.5. Out in the country, $12, they're happy to. It's like Eastern Europe out there. Things are so
I
cheap.
know.
Wanda is calling from Sterling. Hello, Wanda.
Hello, good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good.
Okay, so I'm a former salon owner in Watchung, New Jersey, and presently I own a barbershop in Sterling called Barton Company. I have an international barber partner, and our haircuts are $35 cash or check, no credit cards.
All right, good. Now, so that's 35 that's pretty high for a man's haircut. So you. I
you
do.
haven't seen my shop.
No, that's what it is. I don't care. It could be in a trailer. It could be in the powder room of a row home in Camden. I don't care where it is. I just want a decent haircut. But places like yours, a lot of younger men especially, like to go to a nice upscale place where they get pampered in a,
No, it's none of that. No, it's we support the sports in the high schools and the middle schools. We have the wrestling team. We bleach their hair.
Yeah, wrestlers like to do that. That's my nephew did that. He was a wrestler. So no, I go to a very simple, place in a strip mall called Supercuts, and I don't care what it looks like. But Wanda, do you get young guys like in their 20s who want to be pampered?
We get kids from 18 months old till 60. It all depends.
And 35 is the average haircut in that area in Sterling?
Yes, and we give a break on seniors. We have 3 young men that work over in ShopRite, and we do not charge them because they're special needs.
Yeah, good for you. What's it called again, Wanda? We'll give it a plug.
It's Barton Company.
Bart and Company.
Yes.
Very good. In Sterling?
In Sterling, New Jersey.
Beautiful.
Yes.
All right, Wanda, thank you. Good luck.
Where's Sterling?
Appreciate the call. Up north.
Anything we don't know, we're like, up north.
It's north of here. It's 1031, New Jersey 101.5. Now, the latest news. Dennis and Judi show, and we're talking about women's haircuts and what you spend when you go to the salon. And it's rarely as simple as a haircut. But for simple haircuts, only 1% pay between $150 and $200. The majority of women pay between $30 and $60. So that's got to be more than a haircut, right?
100%. But that's why I said to you, it would be hard for most women to say, or at least of a certain age, this is how much my haircut is, because you go in,
right?
You
well, what does
gray
it cost?
hair, you have
What does it cost at the salon? A visit to the salon.
Yeah.
I go get a haircut every 4 to 5 weeks, and it costs me now $25
right. Well,
With
I
a
tell
tip.
you what, you're
with a tip.
even that's unusual. That
No?
in this day and age.
Well, I saw a guy this morning on TV doing, men's beard, and they're shaving the guy's beard and shaping it, and they're putting lotions in his beard. What freaking man does that? Women do that, and that's great. I don't get all pampered like a woman. We're going to be invaded soon. You're going to need to fight. Nobody's going to be pampering your beard when the
Well, but look how good you're going to look when they blow your face off.
He's taken as a Chinese prisoner. You go, oh, this one looks good. He gets his beard shaped. Anyway, it got a little heavy there for a second. What do you pay for your hair?
How'd that happen, dude?
I just see men getting pampered, and I go, no, stop. All right, that's just me. What do women pay when they get their hair done? 1-800-283-1015. Monday was National Bad Hair Day, but today really is a bad hair day because it's wet and nasty out. Jen is in Rockaway. Hi, Jen. Jen's a cosmetology teacher at a trade school. They charge $18. Hi, Jen.
Hi, I'm here. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I just called to give you some prices. My school, well, it's not my school, but we're in Ledgewood up here in the northwest part of Jersey.
Right.
And,
Stop naming places in New Jersey that don't exist.
It's really nice up here. You'd like it. It's really, really nice.
Is it near Branchville?
No, not that far. We're near, give me a minute, Rockaway,
Oh, okay.
Denville, Morristown. We're like 15 minutes from Morristown.
And how far from Rockaway?
Like 10 minutes.
Is Rockaway a nice little town?
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's lovely. Yeah.
And you're not far from Succassana.
That's where right there is where the school is. Yeah.
And what do you charge for services there?
It's $18 for a haircut with a dry and flat iron or curling iron. So $18 complete. Just a regular haircut is $12.
And what about highlights?
$35. Highlights are $35 partial, $50 full highlight.
Oh my God. Oh my
yeah.
God.
And all of us, or
insane.
at least most of us, are working hair designers on the weekends. So we're with the students all the time. Go ahead.
No, do you do men too?
Yes, we have a barbering class there.
Okay.
So we like to, any of the guys that come in, we first give them to the barbers.
Now, are the barbers men or there's some women barbers?
A few, scattered. Most of them, 80% are men.
Okay.
A few women jump in.
Very good. Good for you, Jen.
Yeah, it's a good place to work, and every once in a while the kids say thank you.
They should. They're learning from a seasoned professional. They should be grateful.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Good.
Yeah.
How long you been at this?
Oh my God, I've been teaching since 1993.
And how long you been cutting hair?
10 years before 1983.
Wow. Good for you.
I would love to go up there, Dennis, if it was even remotely near me. I would do this.
Yeah, it's a bit of a ride.
Really nice
There
school.
is a beauty school near me, though. It's called Robert Fiance. You ever heard of it?
Yes,
Fiance?
I have. I have heard of them. We're just one. We're not a chain. It's one school, one owner, and she's done a really nice job. The school looks like a salon when you walk in.
What's it called?
It's called Cutting Edge Academy.
Cutting Edge Academy in Ledgewood, New Jersey.
Yes.
Good for you. Keep up the good work, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. And I love women-owned businesses. So many of our businesses today are female-owned, small businesses.
Yes.
And they work hard.
Right.
Don is in somewhere in the state. Hello, Don.
Hello.
He doesn't pay for a haircut. Why, Don? Are you bald?
Well, we can get that at the end. I paid $6,000 to Wilford Beauty Academy because my wife was like Grease. She was a beauty school dropout. So I swore I was never going to pay a barber or a stylist ever again. So I cut my hair even when I had it. I had the skills and I'm ambidextrous. So at the end of all this, and we're not together anymore, all I had left over was the Wilford Academy blow dryer. And I paint and I spackle and I do a lot of different work. And I've used that till it's death to get some of my, recoup some of my $6,000.
So you put your ex-wife through beauty school. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
She didn't graduate.
Oh, man.
Very good. And when I heard you talking about the guys getting all pampered and lovey-dovey, well, yeah, that's what really made me laugh because you sounded just like me. But I am from Tom's River, so I've had plenty of Tom's River water go through me. So we need help with our skin and our hair.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, to counteract the negative effects of the Tom's River water, Dennis.
I see.
Hey,
All
if Linda Gillick from Oceans of Love is out there, give me a holler. I don't know how to find you.
Ocean's 11. What is Ocean's 11?
Oceans of Love.
Oh, Oceans of Love. Yeah, okay, the charity. And who is it you're looking for? We have connections there.
Linda Gillick, yes, because once upon a time, yeah.
All right. Linda,
Ooh.
oh, I
That
thought it was a
sounds like
charity thing. It was
more interesting
it's a
story.
hookup.
I
Linda.
don't know.
Yeah. Well, listen. Any other ladies you like to shout out that you've lost touch with?
No, we'll keep that off the record.
Okay. Thank you, Don. Good luck to you. Appreciate the call. What did we get out of that?
Absolutely nothing.
He
Unfortunately.
used his ex-wife's beauty school hairdryer to dry paint and spackle, and she left him or he left her. Then it crapped out after a while, but he spent $6,000 on the Wilfred Beauty Academy. Are they still around, Judy?
I've not heard of them recently.
Yeah, but you remember them, right?
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. And then he's looking for a woman named Linda Gillick.
Now, does that get him laid? Because then you would think one good turn deserves another. Maybe he should hook you up.
Oh, yeah.
Hook him up.
Oceans of Love. I mean, that right there, it sounds
A lot of
promising.
hot volunteers in that charity.
Sounds Oceans of Love. Sounds promising. All right. Jeez. How do we get off on these tangents?
I don't know. This happens.
What do you pay when you go to the salon, ladies? 1-800-283-101.5 is the phone number. We have fast traffic coming up in 4 minutes. Need to sell fast? That is, you need to sell your home fast and you want to get the most money possible for your home? Call Robert Dukansky of RE/MAX First Advantage.
Michael was in the process of relocating, which meant it was time to sell the home he owned in Howell. Rob Dukansky and his team saw to it that Michael wouldn't have to wait long. The property was on the market for only 7 days. After 10 showings, multiple offers were made. Thanks to that, the home sold for $550,000. That was $15,000 over the $535,000 list price.
We guarantee you, too, will have an amazing home selling experience with the Dukansky team. That's because Rob guarantees to sell your home. Robert Dukansky not only lists your home, but he has the in-house marketing to drive hundreds of buyers to your home, literally creating demand and driving up the price. You need to call Rob.
Yes, you do. Robert Dukansky, 855-350-1015. That's 855-350-1015. The only guy we'd ever call to sell our homes. Or just go online to robsellsnj.com or Google Rob Sells NJ. And then you just go ahead and
Start packaging. Bum, 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 bum. What do you pay to get your hair done in Jersey? Apparently it ain't cheap around here, around these parts. Let's talk to Lynn in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. Hi, Lynn.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, how are you? Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Dennis.
See how much nicer people in Pennsylvania sound than Jersey people.
always. Except for the driving.
Yeah, the drive. If they could only learn how to drive, I might even invite one over. I'm kidding.
Actually, I don't care if they learn how to drive. If they drive poorly in the right lane, it doesn't bother me because I'm not in that lane.
Just get out of the left. I encountered that this morning. Anyway, it's not Lynn's issue. She's amazing. So you're getting a haircut right now?
I'm actually headed there right now. I have a 12 noon appointment.
Wow, how far away do you live?
Well, I'm running errands, so I'm only 20 minutes from the salon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you pay?
So today I get the work done, I call it. I get a touch-up, highlights, lowlights, a blow dry, and a style, and a cut. And that's for $150, and that doesn't include a tip. And that's pretty cheap for around here.
Wow. All right. Yeah, Langhorne would be pretty pricey. It's Bucks County, right? Yeah. All right.
I mean, I have some friends that go to real bougie salons and pay upwards of $300 to get their hair done.
Wow. Where? What, in Yardley?
In Newtown, Yardley.
Yeah.
Yes.
The bougie areas. All right. Thanks, Lynn. Have a great day. Good luck with the haircut today.
You too. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. How sweet. How nice. Pennsylvania people.
Again, stay off the roads. You're lovely.
Lori is in on the road on 195 or I-95 somewhere. Hi, Lori.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
Everybody.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Are you really?
I love you all.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you. Yeah, see, again, sounds sweet.
Unfortunately, I'm from Pennsylvania. Yeah. Anyway, I pay $30 for a haircut, But the thing that irks me is that I pay $50 to get it colored and then another $30 to get the color cut out. So $80 with no tip, and I'm going, you just colored my hair and cut half of it out. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, so $80 before the tip, and then you're up at what, 95?
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes 100. I know that I've been going to this girl for a long time, and she's great. But I'm like, should I just let my hair go gray? Like, instead of paying $50 to get it cut out, like, Judy, what would you do? Would you let your hair grow out?
Well, first of all, I do not have that pretty. If I had like pretty gray, like people have, I would absolutely do it. But I have like 4 gray hairs. So you know what that looks like?
You're so lucky. Oh my God.
No, it's not lucky. I'm going to tell you why. You have to take care of them just as often as people who have a lot of gray. So
I know mine are wiry too.
I mean, thank God there's only a few, but the truth is it doesn't make a difference because you could have 6 or 106. You still got to cover them. 106 look nicer. Looks like, frosty and pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And can I just tell you guys something so funny?
Sure.
I work 3 to 11. I listened to your rebroadcast on the way home from work. When you talked about Chubby Marie, I want to say 4 to 6 months ago, I was choking on something in the car. I had to pull over because I was laughing so hard. Just when you guys start those stories, I get hysterical. So you are a bright spot in my day every day.
Thank you, Lori. That's very nice. We appreciate it. Sorry about the choking, but...
I thought I'd get pulled over for drunk laughing or something. Because I was
That's great. All right. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Do you remember the Chubby Marie story?
No idea what you're
Vaguely. I vaguely remember. I don't know what exactly.
Was it recent?
She said 4 to 6 months ago.
No. The problem is I have in my head between Fat Stevie Burns and another... Another joke we had here about Fat Jackie.
Oh, right. Chubby Marie doesn't register.
Chubby Marie is not. But you know what, Dennis? It sounds like us.
It does.
So I'm going to believe
It kind of does, yeah. 10:55, more of the Dennis and Judi show to come.
So I've been talking to you for years about guaranteed service. The reason they call them guaranteed is because when they come into your home, you're guaranteed to get the best service in the country, as far as I'm concerned. And when it comes to sewer, this is really, really important. Even if your drains don't seem to be clogged, there could be a major threat in the main line right under your home. And you've got to call in a company like Guaranteed, the premier plumbing, electrical, and HVAC company in New Jersey, who has the tools and expertise needed to keep your sewer clean and running smoothly. Bring them into your home. They come in with a camera for only $77. You will have complete peace of mind that your drains are flowing and there won't be any surprises. That's the guarantee. Call 1-800-GUARANTEED or go online, guaranteedservice.com.
Parks Casino and Sportsbook, New Jersey. Chime time is 11:10. It's the Dennis and Judi show. I know we're supposed to talk about something else this hour, but something a little more like newsy and technical. But I just had an idea when I was conducting official business in the back there.
Yes. Yeah. Spit it out.
What is your problem? All right, so I got to look. You know how I get to look at maps. Somebody says, yeah, I'm from Ledgewood. I'm like, where is Ledgewood? I look at Ledgewood. Then I start cruising around the map. Now, I've heard of this place when I lived in Connecticut many years ago in the 80s. And they said, because I was into freshwater fishing a lot at the time. And I said, New Jersey, you've been to Greenwood Lake? And I was like, huh? The lake straddles...
What did you say? I'm sorry. What did you say?
Huh? I'd never heard of it. It straddles New York and New Jersey. It is a long lake that is shared by both states. And I looked on the map, and it supposedly has great fishing. Now I'm really getting the bug for freshwater fishing again. Anyway, even just for like a trip to go up there and I don't know, rent a boat or hang out at the lake or whatever, I have never been to Greenwood Lake. Is there a place or two in New Jersey that you've never been to, but you've heard about it and want to go?
Oh, my God. There's so many for me.
Oh, good. All right. So,
because I never go anywhere.
Well, first of all, I like to say down the corner. I like that.
I'd like to go to my mailbox, but it's too many feet away from my front door. No, that's not true, of course.
Judi leaves the house. All right. But so the phone number is 1-800-283-1015. Now, we're going to keep this to New Jersey. We could say, oh, Philadelphia or New York or whatever. No. Strictly New Jersey. Where is there? What place is there? You've heard about it. You're like, yeah, someday we'll take a ride. You've never been there. Place you've wanted to go to in New Jersey and never been. 1-800-283-1015. For me, it's Greenwood Lake. Like I said, if I go fishing there or I hang out there or whatever. Now, luckily...
Should I tell you where I want to go?
Yeah, please.
First, let me give the phone number. 1-800-283... See, I teased you there. Thought I was going to tell you where I wanted to go.
Right. Now I'm waiting.
Because I want to hear from our listeners, Dennis. There's so many places you've heard of, especially if you've listened to this station for a long time. We go, I got to go to that blue hole and so-and-so and this swimming hole.
So have you teased the phone number or have you teased what you're
Here
waiting
comes the number.
I'm waiting for the number now.
All right. 1-800-283-101.5. 1-800-283-1015. That is the phone number. I'm going to tell you where I want to go.
Tell me.
You're going to laugh at me.
No, I never.
That I've never been there. Okay? High Point.
Well, I tell you what. I've never actually been to High Point, but I was...
You haven't either?
No, I was right next to it at Sunrise Mountain. I was like 5 miles away from it.
Okay, Sunrise Mountain is in Wyoming, so that's impossible.
No, it's right next to it. It's right below it.
What?
Yeah, it's right below
There's
it.
no such thing as Sunrise Mountain in New Jersey. Stop it.
So you drive up this road, you keep driving and driving and driving up this really nicely
Make that
paved
sound. It makes you go faster. Yeah.
And you finally get there, and it's the parking lot. You park in the parking lot, and you take the little trail off to the edge. You think you're in Montana. I was with my daughter a year and a half ago. I was like, this is freaking... Because where I'm from, and where you're from, too, it's flat. We never see hills. Right. So when there's any kind of contour in the landscape, we're like, oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you get so excited.
So
it's so true.
Is there a spot in New Jersey you've never been, but you want to go to someday? Or you've heard about it, but you've never been. You're curious about. So High Point, now, like I said, a year and a half ago, I finally made it up to Sussex County. I went to Jip's Tavern on, what is the name of the lake that is? It's in that park. Anyway, and then went up to Sunrise Mountain. Last spring or summer, finally made it to Lake Hopatcong. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, there's so many places that are worth seeing in New Jersey, but yet there are so many people who are listening to us right now who have never been to blank. If you've never been to a place in New Jersey that you kind of wanted to check out, please call us 1-800-283-101.5. Dennis, what is the percentage of people listening to us right now who have never been to Atlantic City?
Ooh, wow. That's got to be low. That's got to be very low.
It's a lot.
Really?
Because people think of it as, even though you and I both know this is not true, but people think of it as gambling. So if you just want to go to a beach, people might not want to go there. If you just want to go to a boardwalk, people might not want to go there. But I bet you there are a lot of people who have not been to Atlantic City. I think there probably are a lot of people who have never been to any of the mountainous areas, as you just mentioned, of New Jersey.
The area where I was, where Jip's Tavern is the Kittatinny Mountains.
Yeah.
And it was Kittatinny Lake, where it's right on, it's a hole in the wall, Jip's Tavern. It's a hole in the wall. By the way, Babe Ruth used to hang out there because his buddy, Jip, was the owner, and they both hunted up there. So pictures of Babe on the wall. It's right on the lake. Spring and summer and fall are the best. Jip's Tavern. It's a hole in the wall. They'll make it like a tuna sandwich. There's not like a nice menu of, we could have barbecue. No, they make you like a tuna sandwich and a beer. But it's worth taking a ride. So, yeah, Judi, that's a great side
place
question.
I've never been to. I don't drink wine, but I've never been to a New Jersey winery, and I feel like it's a place I should just see.
There's one of my favorites is, the Valenzano brothers, Valenzano Winery in Chemung, top notch. There's another one in Hamilton that I go to a lot. Sharratt. It's spelled Sharratt, but they call it Sharratt Winery. Right. Really cool place. New building, kind of like a barn type atmosphere. They have live music. Wine's really good. It's out in the country a little bit.
I bet there are people who go to wineries who don't
drink wine. Yeah, you don't have to drink wine. I mean, the atmosphere is beautiful. You would like it. I think you would love the atmosphere. The side question this hour, Judi, and I'm glad you brought it up. Anybody never been to Atlantic City? I find that nearly impossible.
1,000%. People in Sussex, people in Warren.
Do they go to the beach? To go to the beach, they go to what? Seaside or
if they ever want to go to the beach, why would they go all the way down there to the beach? You know what I mean? I love Atlantic City. Don't get me wrong, but people think of it as gambling.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was before gambling, and it was my first beach in the summertime to go to was at AC with my family.
Yeah, well, way before gambling, my beach was much further up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Teddy's calling from Colonia. This is technically New Jersey, yes. Teddy, hi.
I grew up in Jersey City. I could throw a rock to it, and I was never to the Statue of Liberty.
Holy crap. You've seen it 1,000,000 times, correct?
Yes, I have. Even when they were redoing it, everything. I've been to Ellis Island for work, but I was never to the Statue of Liberty.
I went about 6 or 8 years ago. My cousins from Italy came, and they wanted to see it. So my son and I got in the car and drove them up there. First time for me, 8 years ago. Now, you being in Jersey City, that's wild. Now, what work did you do at Ellis Island?
I was. We had to go there after Superstorm Sandy when we had to get artwork and stuff out of there. They were trying to save it because it was damaged, but it got mold on it, and they said we can't save it anymore. We got to throw it out. So,
what a shame.
That's the last time I was over in Ellis Island, but never been to the Statue of Liberty.
You plan to go?
Sure. I'm going to take my granddaughter there one day when she gets older.
That's sweet. That is sweet. Teddy, thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Pat, Rob, hang on. We're in New Jersey. Have you heard of but never been? And you're like, one of these days. 1-800-283-101.5. Is there one for Pete?
I was going to say the Statue of Liberty to me, I enjoyed it, but when I got up to the crown, it was kind of disappointing.
Really? I've never been inside.
Yeah. I mean, the inside, it's like marvelous. When you get there, it's like breathtaking. But going up those stairs, on, what a pain that is. And then you get up to the crown, and it's like, this is it? This is what I schlepped all the way up here for?
Wow. All right. I'm glad I didn't make the schlep up there. Speaking of, how's your schlep on the roads? It's 11:20. Here's Fat. Is there a place in New Jersey you've never been, you've heard about it, you're like, one of these days, let us know what that is. And as simple as it might be, just say, it's nothing there. I just never been to this town or that part of the state, and it intrigues me. 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. We got a couple good ones here. Rob and Pat. Pat in Keensburg. Hello, Pat.
Hello, Dennis and Judy. How are you?
Good. How are you? How's our
great
friend, the church lady?
Very good. I'm doing very good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Two places, actually. The Manasquan Reservoir.
What's there?
What's there? It's they have boating. They have trails. They have everything like that. You know,
Judy, that's right off. It's right off of 195 in Howell.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just below Farmingdale. I guess it's in Howell Township. I didn't realize
my kids spend every Sunday there.
At Manasquan Reservoir. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it was like a I thought it was
like
just
a thing.
A thing, yeah.
And the other one is the Grounds for Sculpture in Hamilton.
Ah, it's overrated.
Oh, is it?
No, Judy, everybody loves it. I've never been.
I love it.
Judy loves it too. You know what? It's a place near you, Judy. It was and maybe Pat, you've been there. It's a big garden, like Grounds for Sculpture, but it's a big garden. It was owned by a mobster years ago.
Oh, I think that's Hortshorn, or it's in Middletown.
It's in Middletown.
Yeah, no, I've never been there, but my girlfriend puts pictures of it all the time.
It's beautiful.
What's it called?
No, I'll look it up.
Hortshorn Woods, I think.
I just looked it up.
Hawthorne Woods.
No, just looked it up last night. No, that's not it.
No? Okay.
No, but that's the place
Maybe
I'd
there's
like to go.
two. We had a lot of mobsters.
If you ever go to Grounds for Sculpture, stop by the station. We're not too far.
Oh, okay.
All right, Pat. Thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. So now we're going to get tons of messages on the app chat saying it's blah, 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 blah.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. Rob is in Clark.
Judy, you would like Laredo Winery, food trucks, music, people getting drunk, kid-friendly tables everywhere. It's really nice for one of the more lively wineries. Yeah. Yes.
Whoever wrote that is right. We've been to a couple of their food truck festivals.
Scrap Dog, Dennis.
Oh, Scrap Dog. Yeah. When he's being nice.
Scrap Dog's very involved with the app chat, by the way.
It's good. No, that is. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful building, beautiful grounds. That family did a nice job building that place. I think they were in the construction business. And somebody said, I want a winery. And they just built a winery. It's beautiful. Rob and Clark, you're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Rob.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Excellent. Thank you.
Never been to Great Adventure.
What? That's amazing to me. You don't have children? You don't have children?
Yeah, I have children.
What?
They've been, but I don't go.
Great Adventure runs on magic at night. Magic and music and light. Brilliant laser shows. Fireworks that glow. And a money saving
What year is this?
1980.
Yeah, that's way after the one I'm talking about is 1974 or 75.
Oh,
The year
really?
it opened. The year it opened. 75, 70-something. You are about to begin the greatest day in your life. At Great Adventure.
Rob, anything for you to do there now that you're older? Oh, wait a minute. Here's the jingle.
Gorgeous.
You are about to begin the greatest day in your life. That's Great Adventure. You are about to explore the greatest place in your life. That's Great Adventure. Ride the giant Ferris wheel. Look around for miles and miles. See the other right down below. A place to bring the family. A place where you can really let go.
Wow.
Great Adventure is here.
Wow. What year, is that the year it opened? 75?
Year it opened, and I want to tell you something.
Wow.
Is it just me, or is that not like a stirring jingle?
Yeah. Oh, the jingle
and
writers.
do you not miss jingles?
Yeah, I do. Well, there's a new one that Ned's always singing too.
Which?
We'll talk about it right after the news. Well, Rob, any plans to get there?
Not at all.
All right. Well, now you're out of it. You have grandkids yet?
No, not yet.
Well,
Not
you-
yet.
when
But,
you-
when I was younger, I preferred Mountain Creek or Action Park, whatever.
Right. You preferred Broken Bones and Stitches. And Stitches. Yeah, he's like man's man. All right.
Dennis.
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate the call.
Rob in East Hanover. I've never been in Judy's arms, but looking forward to it.
Well, everybody around here is nodding and shrugging, going, "Not a big thing."
We've all been there.
Been there, done that. Not a big deal.
Also, Linda said it's Deep Cut Garden in Middletown.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes,
Oh my
that's it.
God!
Deep
I've
Cut
been there a million times. Your friend, the photographer, our old friend.
Yeah. She
took me there for a photo shoot. That is a stunning.
It was
place.
owned by a New Jersey mobster years ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right, it's 11:30 now, New Jersey 101.5. So where is it in New Jersey you've never been? And it is like the previous caller, he wasn't an amusement park guy. He had never been to Great Adventure, which is, I think, rare in this state. But he no desire to go. He's older now. I've always wanted to go to High Point or anywhere in Sussex County. In the last couple of years, I've managed to get up there. But I want to go to Greenwood Lake, which way up there straddles New York State and New Jersey. You know where I've never been and don't necessarily want to go is the Meadowlands. I've never been to a game or a function at the Meadowlands.
Well, that makes sense because there are probably people in North Jersey that have never been to that arena right near us right near work that changes names every 10 minutes. My son is actually going to a convention next week and he goes, "Oh, Mom, I'm going to be in Trenton." I go, "Don't go to Trenton." And he's like, "Why?" "It's the state capital." I'm like, "I know." I said, "Are you going to be in a safe place? Where is it?" So he looks it up and he's like, "Oh, it's this arena."
What is it?
Duh, I should have figured it. The arena that we drive by every single time we come into work. That big arena.
I don't go that way. Yeah, what?
Okay, I go that way. It used to be called the... So it was where the Trenton Thunder played.
I've never been there.
And then
I've never been there. Well, Trenton Thunder don't play there.
So
The Trenton Thunder's outdoor.
Oh. What sports team played there?
The hockey team played there. The Trenton
hockey team played
Titans. The Titans played there.
Okay. So every time I would drive by that thing, I would say, "Oh, this is it's now the Cure Insurance Arena."
Cure. How did you, somebody told you?
He tells me, no, he told me I wasn't going to say it because they didn't want to make it sound like it was a bad thing and maybe they would want to advertise here or whatever. It's a very, it's a great arena.
It's a great arena.
Trenton is not a bad place.
No, I love Trenton. I really do. It's got so much history and so much potential. Really does.
So he tells me it's at the Cure Insurance Arena. I said, "Oh, that's funny. It's had so many names, and I always drive by that place. I've never been." And then I remembered, guess what? You have been there 100 times. He goes, "Why? Have I been there?" He's 25. I said, Sesame Street Live, Sesame Street on Ice,
right?
Elmo and Friends. Elmo and Friends on Ice. Elmo and Friends doing jumping jack. For every show when they were little was at that arena, and we always got tickets, and I used to take them because it was 10 minutes away. But I don't know if they still advertise. But now it's called the Cure Insurance Arena. Do you remember how many names it had, Dennis?
No.
It's been and then there was a bar there that was our traditional restaurant for every time ratings came out.
Oh, it's Cooper's Landing. Used to be called something else.
Kathmandu.
Kathmandu, yes.
Every year, we used to have a ratings party because, of course, we used to celebrate ratings. Now nobody cares, but we used to celebrate ratings. And
the ratings are still good, by the way, just so you know. It's just that radio's changed. We celebrate other
radio's different
benchmarks.
Yes, ratings are always good. Thank God. We used to go to this place, Kathmandu, and it was right in that place. And that place brings such memories back for me every time I drive by it because it means I'm almost at work.
Right.
And this is our ratings party. But it was the Sunbank Arena. It was the PNC Arena.
Sunbank,
right?
I remember the longest time was Sunbank.
Yeah. Anyway, so when he told me he was going there, I was like, okay, you're safe. There are some places in Trenton I would not love him to go to. But anyway, that's where his show is. 1-800-283-101.5.
But I never been to the Meadowlands. I never went to the Brendan Byrne Arena. And now that when I go to a Devils game, which is rare, I've been to the one in Newark, I think, once or twice to see a Devils game.
What's it called?
No. Kyle, do we know what the arena in Newark is called?
The Devils play at the Prudential Center.
Prudential Center, right. What am I thinking?
And there's a new arena up there.
NJ Pack? New Jersey Performing Arts Center?
Something else, Pack. Carteret.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple of them. Rahway has one, too, I think. Okay, I've been to the Carteret to see Michael Martocci.
Yeah.
All right, so where is it in New Jersey? You've heard of, you've never been. Maybe it's on your list. Holly is in Pennsylvania. Hi, Holly.
Hey, guys. I've lived next to New Jersey my whole life. I grew up in Westchester County, New York. I live now in Pennsylvania. I lived in Connecticut. Been to a lot of the not as nice places in New Jersey, like Newark, Jersey City, East Rutherford.
Hooker?
nicer. No sporting events or concerts or I had a friend, cheaper to live there than it is Manhattan kind of thing.
Right.
But I would love to go to the Poconos and to Cape May and to Princeton.
Well, the Poconos we can't speak to because that's in Pennsylvania, but it's nice.
Oh, God, I'm an idiot.
No. If you
You are, and we're going to have to let you go because of that.
If you ever go to a place called Split Rock Lodge. And go to the old lodge on the lake. It's on Lake Harmony in the Poconos. Split Rock Lodge. Have a meal there.
Dan, is it still nice?
It is. It is still nice. I've been there not too long ago. But in Jersey, Cape May, a must. Princeton, also great day to walk around, rent a bike, and ride around town. Yeah, Cape May or Princeton, absolutely. Put that on your bucket list. And you're close to Princeton. Where in PA do you live?
I live in West Norriton, Montgomery County.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Princeton's your closest bet. Yeah.
And I drive through Jersey going to visit my mom in New York once a month, but nowhere really that notable.
This summer, make it a weekend or a day trip. Go to Cape May, too.
Okay, I will. Thank you very much. And thank you for giving my silliness.
No, we
Judi moment.
We love you.
We love you. We love your silliness. Thank you, Holly. Appreciate the call. Is there a place in New Jersey you've never been that you have it on your list to get to? 1-800-283-101.5 is the phone number. It's 11:43. We'll check New Jersey fast traffic and take your call. Coming up.
Okay, you guys know how much I love Guaranteed Service. I mean, this is the company that came to me when other people couldn't figure out what was wrong. And within minutes, they got a camera, they put it into my ducts, and they figured it out. Now, Guaranteed Service for plumbing, electrical, and HVAC should be your go-to guys when you care about your home, and who doesn't? They're reliable. They are highly trained. The only people I trust in my home. So it's whether your heat stops working, your toilet is leaking, or even if your outlet keeps tripping, they'll come to you right away. They'll diagnose your problem for free. They are better at diagnostics than anybody in the business. And when you tell them I sent you, they'll even take $50 off any service. Well worth it. You guys are going to love them. 1-800-GUARANTEED or go online to guaranteedservice.com.
Dennis and Judi Show. We're talking about places in Jersey you've never been to that are famous or you've heard of, intrigue you, or you intend never to go there. A couple of places, Judi, very common places that I've never been to that I'd like to go at least once. One is Hoboken. Never been to Hoboken.
I don't think I've ever been to Hoboken either.
Okay. We've been to Jersey City together.
Yeah, but really not so much because all we saw was
the waterfront.
I've only ever seen Newport and it's near the tunnel, so
Agreed.
I've driven through it.
Right. Agreed. And I agree.
Yeah.
We've never been real Jersey City. The other town in New Jersey that is really nice that I've never been to, Morristown.
I've been to Morristown.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, I mean what's so great about Morristown?
I don't know. Really said, the green, the square, the thing. It's another one is Montclair.
Never been to Montclair.
Yeah, which I'd like to see.
These places to me are that area that I don't go to.
Right.
Like somebody called me before and said, there's a great salon in Hillsborough you can go to. It's really cheap. Hillsborough, North Jersey. I never heard of it.
Wow. All right, Jenny's in Pennsylvania. Hello, Jenny.
Hi, Dennis and Judi. I'm so excited to talk with you. We moved here 25 years ago, and you guys were the first radio station that I found.
Wow.
And I've been listening to you ever since.
Where do you live and where did you move from?
So I moved from Chicago, so don't make fun of my accent, because I know you will.
So far, not yet.
So far, it's not annoying me yet.
And we're outside of Philadelphia.
What town? Langhorne?
I'm in Devon.
Devon. Oh, beautiful. The Devon Horse Show every summer.
Yes, you know it well, Dennis. So, believe it, even growing up in Chicago, we always vacationed at the South Jersey Shore. So,
what town? When you were in Chicago, what town did you go to?
Ocean City.
Wow.
Yeah. Right, so people in Chicago thought we were crazy because they were like, "Why in the world are you going to New Jersey on vacation?"
Right, but they didn't. You probably told them, "Oh my God, it's amazing! The boardwalk, the ocean, blah blah blah."
Exactly, but have never ventured north of Atlantic City ever in my 60 years. And so last weekend we actually went up north. My son had an event up there, and we were in Freehold and Long Branch, kind of your neck of the woods, Judi, I think, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Deal and Asbury Park, and we kind of just did the whole North Jersey shore. And I got to tell you, we were really impressed.
Yeah, it is. It's so different from the southern part of the state, Jersey Shore. And you picked a good spot. Long Branch, Deal, Asbury Park. So you must have really enjoyed it.
Oh, it was great. And I have a bias because we're a South Jersey family, and yeah, I gotta eat crow on that one.
All right. Well, don't go to Asbury Park in the summer.
We were not. It was not bad. I was impressed.
No, it's great. It's great. It's just that there's no room to breathe on the beach.
Can't park.
You can't park.
The beach is.
It's gotten so popular. And Long Branch too, the Pier Village. I hear that's getting overrun in the summer. It's just so busy. It's so popular because it's so great. But be prepared. Go early and be prepared for crowds.
Good to know.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jenny.
Love you guys. Bye.
Take care. Thank you. That was a nice call, Judi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, did you say you had something that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, and actually, we both discussed this, and it's interesting, Dennis. You asked me how many baseball games I went to when I was a kid, and I was like, actually, none. Even though it's funny, my dad was a big baseball fan, but here's the thing. He left for work at 5 a.m, and he didn't get home till 10 o'clock at night. And the one day he would have off, which was a Sunday, he would not bring us to a baseball game because we were a bunch of little girls. So I never saw a baseball game when I was young. However, my kids were lucky enough to see the Lakewood Blue Claws a zillion times, because to me, that's like the best place for a kid to watch a baseball game. Small enough where they can really see what's going on. And it's clean and pretty and close to home. So I don't have any opening day baseball memories, but you do.
Not necessarily opening day, but in honor of opening day, I thought we would talk about your earliest childhood memories of a baseball game. Your uncle
can tell you
took
my kids. My kids can call in, and I can tell you a lot about bringing my kids to baseball games. So even if I can't tell you about my first game,
right,
when I was young, because I didn't go to baseball, I can tell you about my memories with my kids when they were young.
Awesome.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was true Americana. And today, a lot of them are rained out, the Phillies included. But it's opening day, and it's the promise of spring and summer, and it brings back great memories. So we'll see if you have any coming up in the next hour. It's 11:56. More to come.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever gone to physical therapy and they pass you around to different therapists every single visit? Maybe they give you some exercises and then send you home. If so, you need to try Trinity Rehab, because Trinity is unlike any other place you've ever tried. First of all, try calling a place and getting a same-day appointment. You can with Trinity Rehab. If you're in great pain, today is the day to call them. They fix it. There's no prescription needed to get started. You can ask about EPAT, which a lot of places don't have. It's an amazing acoustic pressure wave therapy that for most people, 3 5-minute sessions, you're better. Imagine that. And not only is Trinity in network with Aetna, but they're also now fully in network with Blue Cross Blue Shield. There's no more excuse. You've got to call. It's never been easier to go to physical therapy, with dozens of Trinity Rehab locations in New Jersey and PA, like Somerville, Howell, Wall, Piscataway, Summers Point, and backed by popular demand, their Wyckoff location just reopened, located in Boulder Run Mall. So you know there's one near you. For more details, visit trinity-rehab.com.
Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app, New Jersey. Chime time, 12:09. Dennis and Judi Show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
I'm Judi Franco. Welcome to the show. We are so glad to have you here. We brought this topic up earlier, of course. Everybody loves when they hear that organ That means baseball season is here. I heard it this morning, Dennis. I was like halfway in my sleep and the TV was on and I heard that. Duh, 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 duh. You know? Wait. Do they still have this anywhere?
They do.
Everywhere?
Not everywhere, no. Places like Wrigley Field in Chicago, maybe in Boston.
One of my kids has trauma from the sound of the organ and the opening of baseball season because we bought one of those mechanical dolls that sings and it played the organ in the background and sang, "Take me out to the ball game." But one of the kids kicked it or slammed it against a wall or things little boys do. And it would go, "Take me out to the ball. Take me out to the ball," with this organ that was like, whoa.
It was scary. It was spooky.
And it was so scary. And it would do it over and over. And the thing would move because it was mechanical. And then it became a joke. We just used to put it in his room. The other kids would put it in his room to scare him. Take me out to the ball. Take me out to the ball. And he just told me the other day, he's like, to this day, the opening of baseball season scares the crap out of me because of that stupid doll.
It's funny. Oh, Mike's got a great story. So we thought, in honor of opening day, it seems
kind of sounds like ice skating too.
I know.
They used to play it at ice skating.
Do you have a baseball memory as a kid, like your first game you went to with your uncle, your dad, your mom, whatever, or a time when you took a kid to a baseball game? I just think it's pure Americana and really sweet to remember those times. And in honor of opening day, we'll give you a chance. And in this state, we got plenty of opportunities. You got Yankees, Mets, you got Phillies. And maybe you moved from another part of the country. Maybe you went to an Orioles game in Baltimore or Pittsburgh. What was your baseball memory as a kid? Mike's in Jackson. Hello, Mike.
Hey, guys. Afternoon.
Hi.
So, 1981, I'm 8 years old. Go to St. Joseph's School in Carteret. I have my little Catholic school uniform on. I go to school. A couple hours into school, my dad is standing at the classroom door to take me out of class. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm doing it. Did I test positive for strep throat again or something?
Did an uncle die that I wasn't expecting?
Yeah, I had no idea. And, he took me out of class. He didn't say a word. We walk out to the car. I get in the car. He goes, look in the back seat. I see a change of clothes, my Yankee hat, and my glove. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, we're going to opening day. I was like, what? It was, I get teary-eyed thinking about it. Like, it was just an awesome day. Awesome day.
Oh, my God. This is so beautiful. I love it.
Love that.
How dare you call right now? And the show didn't even start yet. Now we have Dennis as like a puddle.
No, I'm fine. I hate the Yankees. No, I'm kidding.
funny part is we pulled the Dennis Malloy. We snuck down behind home plate and sat there the whole game. And we beat the snot out of the Rangers. I remember like it was yesterday. I was a Bucky Dent fan because this was right after the home run against the Red Sox, and I'm a young kid, and he never hit home runs. He hit a home run that game, and then a few innings later, the bases are loaded. They bring up Bobby Mercer to pinch hit, and I tell my dad, I'm going to take a picture of him after he hits his home run, and he starts laughing. Bobby Mercer hit a grand slam like 2 pitches later.
Oh man!
Oh my God!
Love it.
That's great.
One of them days.
That is awesome, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, appreciate the call. It's New Jersey 101.5. There's something about baseball, sports in general, but recalling, your first experience as a kid.
I don't even have the experience, but I know what you're talking about.
Do you? How can you relate? That's funny.
Because my dad was a huge baseball fan. So when I hear, even though he didn't take us because we were little girls, I just know that it's a father thing.
Yeah.
It's a family thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not to say that you don't have great memories of your first football game your dad took you to, but it's just, that organ, it's just, organ does it.
And it's summertime, so you don't have to bundle up. And it's
yes.
Football crowds are a little rowdier. Yeah. Baseball is just such a sweet memory.
It's gentle, it's sweet, You didn't buy peanuts and Cracker Jack at a Jets game. Peanuts and Cracker Jack, you know?
Right. You bought bulletproof vests and helmets to protect yourself. All right. Jane is in Marlton. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Jane.
Hi, how are you, Dennis and Judy? I love you guys.
Thank you. Yes, we're well.
Well, I have a memory. I was about 8 years old, and my aunt is a nun, and all the nuns got on buses, and we went to a Red Sox game, and a line drive hit the nun, 2 nuns over, and the game stopped, and she had to get taken out in a stretcher.
I feel
that
bad.
was my first memory.
I feel bad about that because I did put the Maloikia on one nun in South Philly when I was a kid. Maybe she was related.
Stop it right now.
So I'm thinking I had something to do with that. Wow.
Yeah,
what
it
a
was pretty
memory.
traumatic.
What
But
a-
I got to go to a lot more Red Sox games after that.
Awesome. Are you still a Red Sox fan?
Oh, my God, yes.
That's awesome. All right. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate the call. I've been waiting on this. I want to get Kyle Clark Forsini in here.
Aw. That's right, because Kyle was
Huge baseball fan.
and played in college.
Yeah. With a great coach, by the way.
So first baseball memory, I don't know that I have that, but I have the recollection of my childhood. One of the most fond memories I have is my dad would come home from work, and he would get home probably 5, and my brother and I got off of school at 3, whatever. And he would come home and have Phillies tickets and just say, do you guys want to go to the Phillies game tonight? And it was like impromptu. We didn't know. Whole family would go to the Phillies game, and that is.
No. Kyle. Do you know Dennis well enough to know that if you continue this story, we lose him for the rest of the year?
I was almost getting choked up thinking about it too for some reason.
I'm holding it together just fine. Now, so would he get him through work? He was in the car business.
Yeah, I mean, he would get tickets through work. He would or just buy them. I mean, it was always the best surprise. We would be doing whatever at home. I was always an outside kid. I'd be outside with my baseball glove, throwing the ball to myself. And he would come home, in his work attire, worked a long day, and he would have tickets and say, let's go to the game tonight.
That is awesome. Knowing that you didn't have friends and you would throw
Well, yeah, I was a
throwing the
loner.
ball to yourself. We all did that. Up against the wall or up in the air to yourself.
Yeah, I was that kid.
Yeah, I think we all were. All right, Kyle, thanks. Do you have today's opening day? We have other opening day baseball organ music?
You got to have it.
Here we go. Do you have fond memories from your childhood going to a baseball game? Mets, Yankees, Phillies, whatever. 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. We will take your call coming up shortly. Here's Fast. Dennis and Judi Show. It's opening day of baseball. Phillies were rained out today, but they'll play tomorrow. Mets and Yankees, I'm not sure what the status there is. But in honor of opening day, we thought we'd ask you what your childhood memories of your first baseball or most memorable baseball game are. My dad would take my brother and I to Connie Mack Stadium in Philadelphia. It was in North Philly, and it was in a rough neighborhood. And it was an old-time ballpark that, back then they just built them in the neighborhood, near the factory where a lot of folks lived. You could take a bus there. It was built in like the 20s or something.
That's so funny.
So there was no easy way to get there. And we lived in South Philly. This was in the heart of North Philly. And you'd park your car on the street and take your chances. Kids would come up and say, I'll watch your car for $1. And he'd say, here's 2, watch it good. And this way, and we'd come back. It was always there. I don't remember many of them, but one time we went, dating myself, we went and watched the game, and the Phillies were down 10-1 to the Houston Colt 45s.
Oh my God!
Which later became the Houston Astros.
Okay, Huck.
I love it.
Dennis is laughing because I often refer to him and his friends as Huckleberry Finn and friends. There's something about there's something about Mark Twain in them.
Well, it was crazy. The Phillies came back and scored 10 runs in the ninth inning and beat those Houston Colt 45s. And it was just a thrilling ending to a game. And then I took my kids in July of 93 to the Phillies' longest game. By the 11th inning, it was like, your mom's going to be pissed. Let's go. And I took them home like at midnight. And I had to work the next day. July 1993, July 7th. Was the longest game, and I think it went like 19 innings. Went to like 4 in the morning. We left in the 11th inning. Sean's in Hampton. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Sean.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Hey, I just want I want to do this so I can make you try to cry, Dennis.
Okay.
Next Sunday, I will be taking my 2-year-old son to his very first baseball game.
2-year-old. Dan, you can't cry over this.
No, I
because
agree.
Sean is going to be crying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a nightmare to say the least. But
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as he knows.
Who is the wife going?
yeah, my wife and then my 3-year-old daughter is coming too. So yeah, we'll be pulling our hair out.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm crying for
Why
you.
are you doing this? Why?
I love baseball, and so does my wife.
Who are you gonna see?
We're going to the Somerset Patriots.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. Enjoy. Thanks, Shai. That'd be a great. It's a great thing. Enjoy. Thanks for the call. When I see little kids at baseball games, at Flyers, hockey games, oh my God, it's the best. It's the best. And to see them go nuts when they score, it's the best.
I took my 7-year-old at the time nephew to Lakewood Blue Claws. He was dying to go. He'd never been to a baseball game. And I begged his dad. His dad didn't want to let him go. Long story short, I brought the kid 10 minutes into the game. You probably remember this because I told the story in the air. Auntie Judi, I don't feel good. And I'm like, okay, you're fine, kid. I had all my other kids with me, too. Oh, I don't feel good. Okay. Let's see. Maybe you have a fever? No. Okay. Somebody get this kid more popcorn. Anyway, 5 minutes later, I think I'm going to throw up. Take him to the bathroom. That was it for the rest of the night. Throwing up.
Oh, man.
Till I finally had to get the dad's in Brooklyn. Finally got him away to get him home, whatever. Ruined the entire night. And thank God that wasn't my first experience of bringing kids to a baseball game. I never would have gone back again.
I'm sure everybody has one of those, too. Let's go to Pam.
But a 2-year-old? No, too young.
Pam in Ocean, hi.
Hi. Listen, my first experience with a baseball game, I was in the patrols, at school patrols.
Yeah.
And it was in the 8th grade. And we got the chance to all go to Yankee Stadium. And I'd always watched the baseball game with my dad, so I was so pumped up for this. We got there, the bus ride and everything, and then it got rained out.
Oh, man. Wah.
Fun.
Yeah, still the bus ride was fun. All right, Pam, thank you. Appreciate the call. Anthony's in Staten Island. Hi, Anthony.
Hey, Dennis and Judy. So my very first baseball game, I was a Met fan at a young age. My father was an old Dodger fan, but my Dairy Lee milk at the time, the milk containers, they would have coupons that you could collect. And if you collected enough of them, you would be getting general admission to the game. So I had a few of my aunts collecting these coupons, and I had so many of them that we were able to go to the first game. And it was, I remember very distinctly, Shea Stadium, 1968. And just going there with my dad and so I think one of his buddies, it was great. And just going up there and seeing the green grass, it was so memorable. But those Dairy Lee coupons, they're pretty good.
Yeah, something about seeing the grass when you're walking through the concourse and you finally turn in to get a view of the stadium, the ball field itself, and that grass, it just hits you. How green and how well kept it is. It's burned into my brain.
Especially the first time, yeah.
Yeah. Anthony, thank you. Appreciate the call. I remember the smell of cigars at Connie Mack Stadium and popcorn on the floor and just...
Are you allowed to smoke? You can't smoke cigars anymore.
No.
Nothing.
No.
Beer? Yeah.
Yeah. Back then, you could smoke. You could shoot somebody.
You could smoke crack back then. If there had been crack, we would have smoked it.
Jeff in New York. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, good afternoon.
Hi.
When I was a kid, when I was in elementary school in the 1950s, my father used to take me down to Yankee Stadium, and he'd always go for the doubleheaders because he wanted to get the most bang for the buck. And we would get down there as early as possible. We'd see the team arrive. We'd stay to the very end. And I don't know if you remember the old Yankee Stadium. The right field wall was only 3 feet high, but you could actually jump onto the running track at the back and then leave through the Yankee bullpen. So it was really an experience.
Wow, yeah.
And I got to tell you, every player, without exception, was so good to the kids. They would shake hands. They would talk to you. Moose Scouring, Elston Howard, Yogi Berra, all these guys that were very famous, Whitey Ford. I shook their hands. They said, "Oh, how are you? What are you doing?"
And they didn't make millions of dollars back then either.
Right. And the one step was the guy who I went to see, who was everybody's hero in the 1950s, Mickey Mantle. He would not pay attention to us. He would not look at us. He never came over and shook hands. And he was
screw Mickey Mantle.
He was drunk.
Probably.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, we got to run, but wow. Thanks for the call to New Jersey 101.5. Don't tell me the Mick didn't talk to you. Oh, I'm heartbroken. All right, we're talking about childhood memories of baseball games in honor of opening day today. It's 12:30. Dennis and Judi Show talking about opening day and your memories of going to a baseball game as a kid. There is something very special about those memories of going as a child, or especially the first one. Like I said, I used to live in South Philly, and my dad would take my brother and I to Connie Mack Stadium. And then my best friend at the time, who lived 2 doors down, Anthony, his grandfather lived with them. Then it was Herman and Helen. Herman was a barber, and he used to cut the umpire's hair. How this happened, I don't know.
No, come on. That's hysterical.
So, yeah, he knew, I forget the names, but he knew all the umpires. Augie Donatella, I think, was one of them. And he used to cut Augie's hair. So occasionally we get tickets. Yeah, here you go. Here you go, Herman.
Here you go, kid. Now scram.
So Herman was going to take me and Anthony to the ball game at Connie Mack in North Philly. Herman didn't have a license. Herman didn't drive.
I'm sorry, which Mark Twain novel was this again? Because I don't think I own this one. I make this joke because we're the same age, basically.
Right. We're a couple years apart.
But the couple of years older you are, sometimes you bring these things up where I'm like, no, this was a newsreel from the 30s. This did not happen.
So Herman was an older man. And
nobody was named Herman when I was a little girl.
He took Anthony and I and we had to take 2 or 3 buses. And I remember my dad going, I don't know about this, because, he drove, he had a car, and Herman was older, and we had to take the bus with Herman. My dad's like, let him go. So we went, and we survived, and we got to the game and made it home. John is in Howell. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, John.
Hey, Dennis and Judi.
Hey.
Love your show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One of my favorite memories was back in the probably mid-'60s, where my grandfather, my father, and my brother and I got to see Mickey Mantle Day when he retired. And it was just, when I look back now, my grandfather was probably my age now in the, late 60s. My father was probably in his 50s.
Where did you grow up?
Back in Scotch Plains.
Okay, Dennis, play him that music, please,
Yes,
that I just...
hear it.
Because this song, I was singing it on the air one day.
This is a sports presentation of the WD11.
Nobody recognized it. And I was upset. John?
Yes.
Does it sound familiar?
Yes, it does.
This is
Phil Rizzuto and what was the guy's name? Bob White, the announcers. They were coming on the air after that.
I'm Phil Rizzuto. Welcome to the ballpark. Today, a nice sunny day, 75 degrees. The Yankees take on the Boston Red Sox.
And this was the music, and it just reminds me so much of summer. Oh, my God.
One of the best opening days I ever went to was after the Yankees won one of their World Series, and Reggie hit the 3 home runs in the World Series. And the opening day, he hit a home run, I guess, in the 5th or 6th inning, and we all had Reggie bars, and every one of us threw it on the field that day. It was pretty wild.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Thank you very much, John. Appreciate the call.
So, Dan, that song is not familiar to you whatsoever, right? It would only be for people in the New York market.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. But boy, does that bring back memories.
That's awesome.
And I'm so happy you found it, because the last time I talked about it, everybody was like, what? Picking their nose. I have no idea what you mean. I'm like, it was the song. It was the baseball song.
There was a theme to a local Philadelphia show. It was the Steel Pier show, and it ran out of Channel 6 in Philadelphia. And I forget the host. Jim O'Brien was one of the hosts. Ed Hurst was another host. And they had a theme to the... But you only knew that theme if you were local, if you were from that city or town, like New York, that baseball theme there. The local themes to local shows, as soon as you hear them, you go, oh, my God, I was 10. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Brian is in Mount Holly. Hi, Brian.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I got a pretty good one here. I was about maybe 10 or 11 years old. They used to take the Little League once a year during the season, take them to a game at Connie Mack.
Yeah.
So I go to Connie Mack. I'm sitting there, and I either had to go to the bathroom or I went up to get a hot dog, one of the two. And I walked by an elevator, and the doors open. Damn it, there's Mo Howard and Larry Fine standing in the elevator.
Oh, my God.
Those are the Three Stooges?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I swear to God. And all of a sudden, I forgot about Puddinhead Jones, Richie Ashford, and everybody. I turned around. None of my friends were with me, so I couldn't verify the story. You know?
Oh,
but
man.
they were standing in the elevator. The elevator doors closed, and they went on. So...
You sure it was them, or it was just a couple of knuckleheads from North Philly?
It was them.
That's funny. All right. Thank you, Brian. Great story. Appreciate the call. Monty in Somerset. Hello, Monty.
By the way, Dan, you asked if my dad was a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
I said no, he would watch what he had to watch, because obviously he was a Dodger fan.
Right.
Because he came from Brooklyn.
But that's all you got.
But my grandma, she changed her allegiance after she moved. That's his mother.
Right.
She was a huge baseball fan. After she moved, my grandma Rena, from California to here, changed her allegiance to the Yankees, because she's like, you have to root for the home team.
Right.
And she marched down the aisle at my wedding to take me out to the ball game.
Oh, my gosh. She was that much of a hardcore baseball fan.
She loved
And she was an
baseball.
immigrant from Syria?
No,
No,
I
she
mean,
was born
kind of. She was born on the boat, but she was as, American as they come.
Right.
They came very, very early.
Right.
So she just spoke like any New Yorker.
She was a Franco?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rena Franco, my grandma.
Monty in Somerset. Hi.
Hi. I got one for you. Judi might be interested in this one. I was 8 years old, and my dad and I used to watch baseball on TV at home. I was a big Brooklyn Dodger fan, and we used to watch it in black and white. And then one time, his company ran a bus trip into Brooklyn to see the game. And, of course, we got off the bus. We went into when they open up the doors, and we walk through the tunnel. And we get there, and all of a sudden, everything is in color. It's big, nice green, nice green.
You know what? That Monty, that might be why it struck me so when I looked at Connie Mack Stadium for the first time, because at home I'm watching it in black and white. I forgot about that.
Right.
Yeah. And the Dodgers had blue, white, and red uniforms, and it was great. I'd never forget that. And here's something for Judi. Do you remember the Happy Felton gang, Hole in the Wall gang? It was a pregame show. This big fat guy in a Dodgers uniform with glasses. He used to put on this, I don't know, like a 15-minute pregame show for kids. And
Monty, you have a couple of years on me.
Yeah. All right, Monty, thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey
Just
101.5.
so you know.
It is 12:45. Fast traffic in your call coming up.
All right, listen. Mike Lindell has a passion to help you get the best sleep of your life. After he invented the world's best pillow, he created the famous Giza Dream Sheets. They're the best sheets you will ever sleep on. I sleep on them every night. I love them. Best night's sleep just got even better. For a limited time, you're going to get a queen size set for $59.98, king size just $69.98, the lowest prices in history. Mike and the MyPillow employees continue to be canceled by big box stores and attacked by the media. So they appreciate all of your great support during these times and want to thank you by giving you the best specials on all their MyPillow products. To get the best specials ever, go to MyPillow.com or call 800-315-0584 and use the promo code Jersey. You get the famous Giza Dream Sheets, queen size for $59.98 and king size just $69.98. You'll also get 60% off the original My Slippers. So call 800-315-0584 or go to MyPillow.com, promo code
Jersey. Dennis and Judi show talking about baseball memories as a kid in honor of opening day today. Boy, we weren't sure this was going to take off, but a lot of people want to chime in. Let's go to Lewis in Cherry Hill. Hello, Lewis.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Love the show. All right. I got a great story. So I grew up in the Bronx, and it might have been about 1979. I don't know if you know, the Bronx was burning at the time.
Yeah.
I know my father, we couldn't afford to go to any Yankee games, even though I lived on 164th and the stadium was on 161st. But one of your previous callers mentioned that they had the free tickets on the back of the milk carton.
Yeah.
Right. So they were scheduled, and it said free tickets, but you had to do something to get a free ticket. Me and all my friends thought that if you cut out the back of the milk carton, that was a free ticket. So we all did that. We all went down to the stadium. It was a day game, and we waited in line, and we got to the front of the line, and I handed in what I thought was a ticket. The woman looked at it and was like, "Oh, baby, this is not a ticket. These are scheduled, and you have to do something to get the ticket." So I was like, "Oh, okay." So before I got a chance to turn around, she was like, "Hey," she called me back and she handed me a ticket. And the next 4 guys who were with me, we all got tickets. So I don't know who paid for those tickets, but she made sure we got tickets. We got into the bleachers, and we sat out there. We didn't have any money for drinks or popcorn or anything. So we sat out there in the hot sun all day yelling out, Reggie, and it was fantastic.
It is my favorite story. I love that.
That's so
I love it. Now, Lewis, something tells me you grew up to be a pretty successful man.
I do okay. I worked in Cherry Hill, and, I moved out of the hood.
Why do you think that, Dan? You're judging him by the town he lives in?
No, not at all. No, by the story and the way he told the story. It's just that he came from a lot of people who come from very little, and have good memories end up doing well. I don't know. I just thought guy did well.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Good for you. Lewis, great. Probably my favorite story of the whole hour.
Great. I love the show, guys.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you, Lewis.
Love you.
Yeah. I just imagine
Dennis,
that lady feeling so bad for these poor kids. They cut the schedule out of the milk cart and says, "Is this our free ticket?" No. And see, well, come here. And then gives them all
can
free
make you cry.
God, I love
But Dennis, look at all these people.
I know. Should we continue it?
I mean, it might be fun.
All right, we'll see.
But then again, you and I are enjoying this, and listeners might be going, "Ugh, stop already."
We'll check the app chat and see if anybody's saying stop already. All right. We'll see if we want to continue this coming up in the next hour. 12:55 now.
I'm a big fan of Builders General. You guys know because you've heard me talk about them for so many years now. Builders General is serious about their cabinetry division. This is the time of year people are thinking about making their houses prettier, cabinets, countertops, new kitchens. They have the experts to help you do it right the first time. And they offer free design for any cabinetry project, I should say. They are conveniently located in Little Silver, Edison, Freehold, Toms River, Long Branch, Washington, Perth Amboy. What I love about Builders General is they have all the benefits of having a lot of stores where they can have every single product you need and all the help you need. They can even find you a contractor if you don't have one. But they're small enough to really give you personal care. They are experts at what they do. This family, the Shaheen family, has been doing it for over 90 years. Please get started today at a Builders General store or go to buildersgeneral.com. The internet will only take you so far. You need to stop into one of their stores to see and feel the products up close. Builders General is an authorized Andersen dealer. Andersen, not just a window, their peace of mind.
Parks Casino and Sportsbook, New Jersey. Chime time is 1:08. It's the Dennis and Judi Show. I'm Dennis Malloy. That's Judy Franco.
Good morning, kids. How are you? So,
yeah.
Dennis, I recently got a letter about my ticket that I got in Maryland, maybe Maryland. Oh, we're continuing this?
They hung on.
Okay.
I don't know.
So we'll talk about my ticket tomorrow.
Yeah.
We got another thing we're talking about tomorrow too, Dennis. The when people mispronounce the names of
towns,
cities in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw a video up on Instagram tonight because then I figure we'll get people who are prepared for tomorrow.
Yeah. So today's opening day, and in honor of opening day, we thought we'd ask your best childhood memory of going to a baseball game, maybe your first memory of a baseball game. 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number.
And if your memory goes something like this, da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da, that means you lived somewhere along 195 or north of 195, because that was the Yankees. I don't know if it was a Yankee song, but the Channel 11 baseball song.
I guess it's because you're a kid and it's a new experience and it's a huge place. I mean, your school was probably the biggest thing you'd been to, and you go to this huge place with all these strange people and walking back and forth and running here and there, and the smell of hot dogs and popcorn, and it's just no matter what era. Like, we talked to Kyle last hour, and he went, I guess his first game was in 2000. What year would that have been, Kyle?
I don't know what my first ever game was, but Citizens Bank was the first stadium I went to, and that was built in 04. So I would guess I went anywhere from 06 to 07.
Okay, as your first
Where
game.
was that?
Philly.
Mm.
It's a stadium they play at now.
So that was the only stadium you've known.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to other stadiums, obviously, but not Philly stadiums.
It's Philly. So to me, it's the new stadium.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I thought it was built like 2 years ago.
Yeah, at some point we got to lose that moniker. It's been around for 21 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's been around 21 years. To me, Judy, I only been there twice. To me, it's the new stadium that, wow, I got to check this out. 21 years.
Yeah, this is the 21st season they will play. It's the 20th year anniversary.
Wow.
But you know how the math's a little different because of the seasons.
Right. All right. Thank you, Kyle.
Can I just ask one quick question very quickly?
Sure.
That's off the topic. When did Zach Bryan and Bruce Springsteen play together? What did I miss?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Who's Zach Bryan?
Oh, he's like, I can't believe you don't know him.
Zach Brown?
Zach Bryan?
Who's Zach Bryan?
I thought he was like this country star.
He's a big country star.
Okay. Zach Bryan?
You usually know
He's
these
newer.
things.
Okay. Is there a song? Give me a song.
I don't listen to him, nor do I know any of his music, but I know who he is.
Okay.
So, no, it's just everybody's posting on Instagram, the best collab in the world, Zach Bryan and Bruce Springsteen. I'm like, okay, where was this?
Where do
I
you
didn't
think
hear
Zach
anything
Bryan
about
got his southern accent? From listening to Bruce Springsteen.
Well, and Bruce got it from John Bon Jovi.
Who got it from watching Roy Rogers on TV or whatever. I don't know. Hi, Bob's and Ringo's first baseball memory as a kid. Hi, Bob.
Hey, guys. Good afternoon. So I was in Little League. It's probably early 60s, 62 or something. We went as a team. We all wore our uniforms and everything, and we went to Connie Mack Stadium. And we got there early. it was batting practice, and Clay Dalrymple, he was a catcher for the Phillies.
Yep.
He smacks one like down the right field line on like a line drive. Sitting right next to me is my friend Dennis, and behind me is another friend on my team, Jeff. Dennis reaches back like almost out of the seat, catches the ball, and smacks Jeff right in the face with the ball. Would have hit him dead square in the nose.
Oh, my God, he saved him.
I'm telling you what, I was right next to him, and I was like, unbelievable.
Clay Dalrymple. I remember him well. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate the call. Let's go to Dan in Chatham. Hi, Dan.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Memory of going to the ballpark, actually, but my memory was I was the third kid. I had two older sisters, so basically I didn't have anybody to play with from a sports standpoint, so I would stand in my backyard in Orange and hit the ball using the old TV guide that we used to get that literally had the lineups in the pages. So you'd see, starting batting first, leading off was Mickey Rivers. So I would basically throw the ball up to myself and hit it towards the house, standing by my garage. And if I hit it to a certain level, it was a single. If I hit it higher, it was a double. If I got it on the roof, it was a home run. That was all good and well. I loved doing that. I actually taught myself how to bat left-handed because I would bat right-handed and left-handed depending on who the batter was.
Oh, my God. You're amazing.
It's crazy.
My father, who was a really hard worker, still is actually, but he came out one day and he said, "Why are you talking to yourself? The neighbors are going to think you're crazy. Stop doing that." So that kind of put a kibosh on that for a little while. And then, of course, eventually, when you're hitting a ball towards your house, eventually you're going to break a window at some point, which also happened. So that was my memory. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I was a big Yankee fan. Not as much now, but I enjoyed it. The TV guy helped me out a lot. My dad also really didn't want me watching too much. So at night when the games were on late, I was supposed to be in bed. I couldn't watch it on TV. I would take the little transistor radio into my bed with me and listen to the Yankees on the radio. And then if they would always come check on us before we went to bed, I'd have to shut it off real quick, stuff it under my pillow. So it was fun. I was like 9, 10 years old. Those are my big Yankee memories, although I never really went to the ballpark.
Oh, you didn't go as a kid?
No, I didn't go as a kid.
Oh, what a shame. All right, Dan, thank you. Appreciate the call. I think growing up in the United States of America, unless you're a foreign-born or your parents were foreign-born, and that also would depend on where, because if they came from the Caribbean or South America, they would have been baseball fans. But all American kids had some sort of, even a girl, who wasn't into sports.
Of course.
Some sort of baseball memory, which I think is really cool.
Well, you remember what the commercial was, Dennis? Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. The four most American things in the country.
Yeah. It's today's opening day. We're talking about your baseball memories as a kid, going to your first game and stuff. Flip in Mount Holly. Hi, Flip.
Yeah, hi. I have a good Connie Mack Stadium story for you.
All right.
It was one thing I remember about the stadium is there are always poles that you had to sit behind.
Yeah. I remember those poles. Judi, these big steel girders or poles that held up the roof of the stadium that I could see people looking this way and that way to look around the poles.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But it was a doubleheader between the Giants and the Phillies. The Phillies beat the Giants in the first game 10-1. In the second game, they were losing 10-1, and they put Cookie Rojas in to pitch. And he was the only pitcher that didn't get scored on.
Now, Cookie Rojas was a utility player. He played every position, including pitcher.
Yep.
But he was basically a shortstop and second baseman. And, he could pitch. And so they didn't score on him in the second game?
He was the only pitcher that didn't get scored on.
That is awesome. All right, thank you, Flip. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5.
Cookie Rojas.
There's a couple of Rojas. I think we have a Rojas on the Phillies now. But there's like his nephews or sons or grandsons or whatever in the league now. Rojas. Let's go to Jimmy in Morganville. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, what's up there, guys? Good to talk to you.
Same here.
Hey, listen, I want to go deep a little bit. I don't know. I didn't call last hour because it kind of brings back a lot of bad memories, but also a bad memory. But it's a good memory once I went to the game. Anyway, so my father was a career Army man, retired 21 years, 2 tours of Korea, 3 tours of Nam, shot dead, blown up, the whole 9 yards. He saw a lot of death and destruction. Well, he built, when he came out of the Army, he retired, he built Yankee Stadium. He was an ironworker, became an ironworker. And I was 12 years old, the troubled preteen year, where you just caused a lot of problems with my 3 brothers. And, we didn't see eye to eye, my father. Well, he comes home with Yankee tickets to the new stadium. And I never saw a game before, and I really didn't care for baseball, really. I played Pop Warner and whatnot, but anyway, long story short, I'm trying to end it quick. We go to the game, and I didn't talk to him the whole way there. And like I said, we never saw eye to eye. And then we walk into the stadium. I walk up that floor, and I heard what you said before, Dennis. The first thing you see is that green field and the beauty and the mystique and the cheering and the crowds and the hot dogs and the beer. And, it was an amazing experience. And my father and I talked through the whole game, and he explained the whole game to me. And from that point on, we were the best of friends.
That's a beautiful story. I would love for Dennis to react to this, but he simply cannot.
I don't want Dennis to react. I want Dennis just to feel and feel the love. Not for the sport. But not
we both feel it.
Not just for the sport, but for your parents and for the world, the United States, and all the hell that everything's going through. And just people just love and get along, Israel, the Jews, everything. It's just horrible. No, just have fun, live.
And we're so lucky to be here in the United States, and that, Jim, that message is very well received.
Beautiful.
And
it means
beautiful.
a lot.
How old were you in that ball game?
I was 12. It was my first game ever, and my father built that stadium, and it was awesome. It's not the stadium now, because they had since torn that one down.
Right.
He also built the World Trade Center buildings. Jeez. And I never saw my father cry until those planes went into that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Jimmy.
You are a barrel of laughs today, Jimmy.
I love it.
Yeah.
Great story.
I told you I was going to bring you down. I told you I was
Thank you. No. So, hey, we all need a dose of reality sometimes, and you spoke both of those things, those stories, with love. Thank you so much,
Great
Jimmy.
message, too. Like, hey, we're lucky to be here, enjoy,
That's right.
love each other.
That's right.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Especially because Uriel Baruch, 35 years old, who one of the hostages who they just found out yesterday while his wife and 2 kids waited at home for him, that he is dead. So, if you want a ceasefire, encourage your buddies, the Hamas people, to release all those terrorists, including a 87-year-old man who just celebrated his 87th birthday in captivity, and a 2-year-old baby, and 90 others.
All right. It's 1:21, time for New Jersey Fast.
Yeah? Want me to do it? Okay. Dennis, your point is to me, all I see is a hand. Maybe hand. I don't see the finger, and I'm like, is he pointing? Thank you. So, I talked to you about Genucel skincare many, many years because they are the best in the business. They keep you looking younger. They keep you looking wrinkle-free. And now with their new product, which I absolutely adore, you have 3 minutes in the morning, you can make yourself wrinkle-free. You put this cream, this product, which is luxurious and silky smooth, under your eyes, chin, wherever the wrinkles are, laugh lines, and it starts working in seconds. And I know because I feel the tingle every time. And now you can also get Genucel XV, the collagen builder moisturizer with vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and a pure natural base. Stunning results day after day. And both are on sale right now during Genucel's spring sale, included in the bestseller package, along with Genucel's under eye bags and puffiness serum. Now, you can get harsh procedures for the same wrinkle results, but why do that? Right now, order Genucel.com/Judi. Get a free spa box, 2 luxury skincare essentials, plus free shipping. JennySell.com/Judi. That's JennySell.com/Judi.
Thanks, Judi. We're talking about memories of your first baseball game or childhood memories of baseball as a kid, because today's opening day, and even if you're not a sports fan or not a baseball fan now, if you grew up in America, you probably have a memory of being a kid and going to a game. Two of my favorite calls were that last guy, Jim, from Morganville, and the guy that called from Cherry Hill that grew up in the Bronx. And they're just, I don't know, they're compelling human stories that, and I've heard people wax poetic about baseball before, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But there is something.
Nobody knows really why baseball is the family unifying sport.
Yeah.
But it is.
Kyle, who's 24, watches every playoff baseball game with his mom and dad. And
he knows the score of every single Yankees.
That's the Giants. Jim is calling from Lawrenceville. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hello, Jim.
Yes. Hello there, Dennis. How are you?
Good. How are you? Say hi to Judi.
Hello.
Judy also. I didn't forget her. I was trying to get to my message before time ran out here.
All right.
Anyway, I have a good trip to the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1954, if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. We left home with my two brothers, my father driving a 36 Plymouth to go to the Dodger game in Brooklyn. And, of course, the Verrazano's Bridge was not built yet, so you had to go through the Holland Tunnel and then on to certain sections of the, I guess it was the Ebbets Field was down in Brooklyn. You had to go through another bridge or tunnel. Anyway, we got halfway on the entrance to the Holland Tunnel, and traffic stopped dead. We didn't move for 3 hours or more.
Oh man!
No.
Yeah, and it was pretty bad. And of course, when you're a little kid, you got to go outside the car and relieve yourself a little bit. And that was happening all up and down the whole bridge. It was unbelievable.
Oh my God!
Anyway, to make the longer story short, we ended up being late to the ball game. We didn't get till the sixth inning at Ebbets Field. Parked the car, I think it was Columbus Park or something. But we did see the ball game. My two brothers were there, like I said, and we saw it was a small ballpark it was then, and we waited around long enough that the players all came out of the side entrance to the side street, so it kind of was worth it. I was a big Gil Hodges fan, and all of them came out of the thing were signing autographs. There was only a handful of people there. It was a pretty small crowd, I guess. It was a small park, and but we had a great time, even though. But the real kicker to the story is it was the same. The reason for the holdup was that the Andrea Doria cruise ship was sinking off the coast of New York City there, or Sandy Hook somewhere. I don't know if you remember hearing about that.
Yeah. Sure.
It ran into the Swedish ship Stockholm. And that ship survived and made it to port later that night, I think.
Hold on. Was Andrea Doria the one in that film, The Perfect Storm? Wasn't that the Andrea Doria?
That was a fishing.
I don't think
that was a fishing vessel out of the Cape. But the Andrea Doria was an Italian ship. And so a lot of people from Jersey were on that ship, and if you were a diver in New Jersey, you probably dived the Andrea Doria.
My son has done that with a couple of his friends. He is a diver, and he has. I'm sure he's been there on that one too.
How about that, Jim? Great story. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the call.
I'm sorry. I need to know the name of the Perfect Storm boat because I could have sworn. This is why.
What?
The Andrea Gale.
Yes. Very good.
But the Andrea Doria, I know that story.
It happened off the coast of Jersey, or a lot of Jersey people were on it. I think it was an Italian-registered ship, and it's not far off our coast. And divers do dive that boat pretty frequently.
Wow.
Who was the name of the captain on the Andrea Gale?
It was George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Oh, why do we really know the guy?
No, I don't. I just remember George Clooney did a pretty good job as the captain.
And also the girl, remember the Diane Lane played the, and they all did that Boston accent pretty well too.
Great movie.
She played the wife of one of them.
Yeah, other guy.
The wife of the other guy.
All right, we're talking about baseball memory. Jen?
Yeah. Captain Billy Tyne, by the way.
Oh, wow.
What?
That's
Why
like one
do
of my
you know
favorite
that?
because that's like one of my favorite movies.
Was she his wife in the movie?
No,
or no?
she was the wife. Well, she was the fiance of the Mark Wahlberg character,
Right,
Bobby.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
Marky Mark.
He was hot.
Okay.
Even when he was drowning, he was hot.
Yeah.
I mean,
leave it to
Drowning, let's face it, drowning men are hotter than regular men.
I mean,
anyway.
All right, we're talking about opening day and your baseball memories as a kid. 1-800-283-1015. It's 1:31. Come. Judi, you were saying earlier that you're in the summers. You lived in California when you were a little girl and near San Francisco, and you come to Jersey, where your family was from, for the summer and stay in Bradley Beach. And your dad, who was running a store, he only had 2 weeks in the summer that he would join you guys in the beginning and at the end. And he'd sit down in the living room, whatever you were staying with, at your aunt's house or something.
My grandma, we used to live.
And he would sit down at night and watch the baseball game, whatever baseball game was on. He wasn't a Yankees fan, but it was the Yankees he would watch. And we have the music here somewhere. Here it is. Oh, we got a bunch of commercial for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then this would come.
Is a sports presentation of the WV11.
It was way before the WV11. So they must have brought it back on the WB because, yeah, it was PIX. This song just, it means summer to me.
Because you could see your dad sitting in his chair and you walking through the room.
And we missed him. I mean, we're without him all summer, you know. But my sisters are so jealous because I got a telegram for my birthday. Nobody else got a telegram because...
Well, did they have summer birthdays like you?
No.
Right.
Brenna and I both had summer birthdays, so we would get a telegram. But usually I got a telegram because he was here for her birthday. Then he would go back and I'd get a telegram. So they're all like so jealous. Because remember a telegram when you were younger?
Oh, my God.
Remember a telegram?
A telegram? Are you kidding me?
That was like the ultimate in like, you're so freaking lucky.
Yeah. Oh, how great. So we're talking in honor of opening day today, your baseball memories as a kid. And just about everybody has one, whether a sports fan or not. Boy or girl. Anthony in Newark. Hi, Anthony.
Hi, how you doing? I'm glad you took my call. I got a good one. When I was a kid in Brooklyn, Park Slope, we all got together, went to Shea, the old Shea Stadium. We got on the RR, the old 7 train, which is still around. So we, at the end of the game, basically, we all go down from the top decks and we jump on the field, about 6, 7 kids, out of 10, 11. And I decide, we're playing like a mock game, sliding on the top, and I run to the 410 wall. I hoist myself, I flip over the wall, and when I land on my back, it's all red, like red paint. I didn't know what it was. I run back out, and my friend from the block goes, "Oh my God, it's tomatoes." And I said, "What?" We find out later that Joe Pingatano and Yogi Berra planted tomatoes behind the wall for fun, and I smashed 5 or 6 tomato plants, and I had my own... So we run back into the...
Leave it to the Italian guys on the team to plant tomatoes in the outfield behind the fence.
So funny, I can't. You would do that, Dennis.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
We run back and we go into the dugout. We're playing like a mock game. And I remember there's always a goofy kid on the block. And we told them, the famous players that played in the Emmaus Trophy game, mentioned Yankees. And there was a toilet back there. And he said, my friend Bobby convinced the goofy guy, Gleek, "Why don't you kiss the seat?" And he did. He kissed the seat. We all started laughing. Then the cops came and threw us out.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Anthony, thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Yeah, I would do that. I was at the airport in Rome, I guess maybe 10, 12 years ago, coming back with my kids. And as we were waiting, we returned the car and we were waiting for something. And right at the edge of the parking lot, a concrete planter, had some dirt in it. And they planted tomatoes at the airport parking lot, their return lot. It's like, yeah, only, the Italians, wherever there's a little dirt, let me plant a tomato. Mike, it's crazy. Mike in Williamstown, hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
My story starts about 1995. I moved up here from Texas, And I think the year later, the World Series, the Phillies were in the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure of the year.
Around that time.
And we decided that our kids were still back there in El Paso, Texas, and we wanted to see if they'd ride a school bus, not a school bus, but a bus, Greyhound bus, back and forth. So we took the run ourselves. Took 63 hours. Don't recommend it. So anyway,
yeah, no. Oof.
The story starts back whenever we took the bus and we wound up. Van Horn, Texas is an hour's drive from El Paso, and the bus pulled over to McDonald's for a food stop. And I went inside, and I was standing there in line, and the attendants, I spoke to them in Spanish so that they'd get their butts in gear because we don't have all the time in the world to stop and eat. And so a gentleman behind me says, "Hey, I like a guy that can move people and get things done." And I says, "Well, you got to know the area to know the people and that kind of stuff." So he says, where are you coming from? And I says, "Well, I used to live here, but I live outside of Philadelphia now." And he says, "Oh, you probably know my son." I says, "Well, actually, I don't know anybody yet, but you know my son." I says, "Well, who's your son?" And he says, "Mitch Williams."
Wild
Who is
Thing.
that? Who is that?
Here's a picture. His nickname was Wild Thing because he was really good, a little crazy, but he could get wild too.
But I told him, I said, "Is he hiding out here in West Texas desert on a ranch?"
Yeah, because he lost a big game for the Phillies, and the Philly fans, they wanted to lynch him,
kill him, right?
Yeah, it was bad. But I told him, I says, he said, "Yeah." I says, "Well, you tell him a Texan admired his game plan, and I saw the game. That's the only reason I recognized his name." And I said, "You tell me he's got a friend from Texas. 'Cause it takes 9 guys to win and lose a game."
Right. I loved him. I thought he was a great player. Thank you. Great story, Mike. Appreciate the call. Yeah, you know my son, Mitch Williams.
That's so funny.
All right. Thanks for indulging me, Judi.
Are you kidding? This was like one of my favorite hours we ever did, and I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be sitting here, snoring through it.
Real good.
Because it reminded me that baseball is, you don't have to be a fan of baseball.
Right.
It's the whole idea of baseball is Americana.
Right. My son, after that emotional call, said, "Yeah, I'm sitting here crying like a baby after that last guy."
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah,
Dennis,
that's what I told
I'm
him.
so excited.
Yeah.
We are getting Stephen in Gloucester Township on our app chat, a very famous person. I am the one that honks the horn passing your house.
I was out one day.
Have you spoken to him before?
No, but I was out in the yard one day with another guy when he went by and beeped, and I waved, and the guy said, "You know him?" I was like, "No, kind of." Anyway, it's 1:45, fast traffic, and your call. Come on. See if I can find this music. Anyway.
I'm dying to know what you're up to over there.
Well, it's just a nice music to have underneath while I read some of this stuff from Sammy Boy. But that's okay. We could do without the music. Some interesting questions. Judi, did you have posters on your wall as a kid?
Yeah, I think I did.
Do you remember who? Was it Bobby Sherman or David Cassidy? Or
I think I had a David Cassidy poster.
And
but I really wasn't allowed to put posters up.
No.
But I think I did anyway, yeah.
I had like aerospace posters.
I mean, I got like Tiger Beat magazine.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I had aerospace posters on my wall because my dad worked for the Department of Defense for the Navy.
That's cute. That's so nerdy. I can't believe that.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cute, though. Very cute.
You ever been to a fan convention?
I've not been to a fan convention, but I have been tempted, Dennis, because, I'm a big fan of Beverly Hills, the original Beverly Hills 90210, and they're always at fan conventions. In fact, they're going to be at one in a couple of weeks in Pittsburgh. If there was one close to me, I'd probably go.
My friend, his wife, works at a couple of them. And
really? My son sells
memorabilia.
These video game things that he makes figurines.
At the fan convention.
He goes to every convention. It's hysterical.
If you could fill in this blank, I was this close to doing what? I'm one thing that sticks out in my mind, you and I would have never met had I done this.
You were this close to being the staff announcer for Regis and Kathy Lee.
Yep. I got offered the job, but there was no benefits, and it was just a straight, fee every week for doing it. I'd have to go to New York 3 days a week, but I would have had to quit here. And I weighed the ad, and I'm like, no. And then, like a couple months later, they threw you at me, and
I was this close to buying a house before I bought my first house that today would have been worth about $10 million.
And why didn't you buy
it? I had
a
contract.
Why didn't you buy it?
Because it was so close to the water that my brother-in-law was like, no, I don't know. I think you're going to get a lot of flooding there and whatever.
What year?
And it was nowhere. It was 1996, and it was nowhere.
So before we met.
Yeah. Today, it's like one of the best neighborhoods, and right by the, became like a hotsy-totsy neighborhood.
Do you still speak to that brother-in-law?
Yeah, it would have taken a long time to get the money out of it. He was right for 10 years.
Right.
But just recently, he started to be very, very wrong.
Can you say what neighborhood that was?
It was in Lock Harbor. It was on the bend of the beach and Deal Lake.
Right.
And it was a tiny little house with all pebble front instead of grass.
Right. Would you have been able to raise 4 kids there?
I would have been able to. Yeah, it would have been tight, but and it didn't have a big yard and it has a small front yard.
And now it's worth $10 million?
Well, I'll tell you, the person who moved next door bought this house, knocked it down, and made him $10 million.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, so...
And you would have furnished that house with all appliances from Town Appliance.
Yes, I would have. I just did, as a matter of fact, buy my new ovens from there because I had gone to the big box stores to look around. And to be honest with you, I can't tell the difference between these things. And I didn't want to do the research online to do these things. So instead, I went straight to Town Appliance. I went online. They have a sales consultant online for you who will help you when you're browsing and answer your questions. Then you go into the store in Lakewood, and it's your destination for quality. You can experience the convenience of browsing online and then going there to the experts. They have a beautiful showroom with friendly, knowledgeable staff on hand to guide you. I got my beautiful ovens, and you can get your dream kitchen appliances from Town Appliance. Visit them in store or online at townappliance.com.
Thank you, Judi.
Yeah.
Lovely being with you today, as always.
We should probably consider doing this again tomorrow.
Why
This
not?
little Friday show.
Yeah, it's the end of the week.
No reason I can think of.
Dominsky and Doral are next. Love you, Judi.
I love you back.
Bye-bye.
What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
This has been the Dennis and Judi Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey, or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to check out the latest news and opinions from Dennis and Judi on our free app or NJ1015.com.
New Jersey 101.5.